Hello everybody and welcome to our tutorial on our base toe kick platform. I'm going to show you how to use this product in our cabinet line or with our cabinet line, and we can really get into this thing and kind of show you the benefit of using a toe kick platform. It's a pretty versatile tool in your cabinet layout. So getting started here, the toe kick platform is basically just a platform that you can install base cabinets or wall cabinets on top of. It's fully custom as far as the height is concerned, the width, and the depth. So you can fully customize this thing to whatever size you need prior to installing your base cabinets on top of it. Now, take a look here. Top edge is going to be edge banded, and I'll get into that here in a minute when we get into our tutorials. So let's get started. Here's the very first option I wanted to show you, and this is basically an island. Now, here's the front of the island over here. Here's the back of the island, and then the two sides. Now, I have this thing wrapped. I got a bar back going on the back here. I got cabinets on the front, and then I got finished-in panels on the sides. You see right here, I got a base toe kick platform underneath this base cabinet. I'll kind of get you a view here to kind of zoom in. There you go. And the theory here is that the customer, in this case, is going to want a toe kick to be wrapped all the way around the island. Not necessarily the most common application for an island. Typically, you want it to be flush on the sides as well as the back. And you can do that by running your end panels down to the floor, and same thing with your bar back, but leaving a toe kick on the front. If you're going to access your cabinets a lot, definitely put a toe kick there, or if you're going to be reaching over the countertop, put a toe kick there. If you have it flush on the front, it might look better when you're looking at it, but it's going to be really annoying when your feet keep hitting that thing when you're trying to use that island, and it's going to make it a very unpleasant place to work. Okay? So here, what we're trying to do is toe kick recess all the way around. Now, you might be thinking, well, I can already order my cabinets with a toe kick recess. Yes, and that's true. You can do that on the front of the base cabinets, but you cannot on the sides because it's notched into the side of the cabinet. So in order to do this, you would order your base cabinets without the toe kick. In this case, I'm ordering these base cabinets. This is a two-door base cabinet with no toe kick, and I'm ordering it 30.5 inches tall. I already have my applied end panel, or finished end panel applied here. That is ordered separately from the base cabinet, so make sure you take that into account when ordering. But as you see here, no toe kick on this base cabinet, and then I reduced the height down to 30.5 inches because I'm going to use a 4-inch tall toe kick platform underneath. Okay, so I have two of these things side by side. Next thing I'm going to do is figure out my toe kick platform, and in this case, I'm going to leave 3 inches from the face of the back. I'm sorry, from the back of the cabinet to the face of the toe kick platform. 3 inches from the side of the cabinet run to the side of the toe kick platform, 3 inches from the face, and you get the idea. That achieves what we're looking for here in the fact that we're able to run a toe kick all the way around the island. When it's all said and done, the toe kick platform does not have a finished face on it. You will need to wrap that with a toe skin of some sort. Okay, so don't forget about that. Don't forget to order your base toe skins. Those are under millwork. Or you can go to base cabinets, go to fillers and toe skins. Okay, so that's it for that one. Let's go on to our next application here. Okay, here this one is going to be another island, very similar to the previous island that I talked about. The only difference here is the fact that I want to run a flush toe kick all the way around the island, and I want to make this into a more grand, kind of a real custom look that is going to really just kind of wow your guests when they walk into your kitchen. So what we're going to do here is make this toe kick not 4 inches tall. I'm going to make this thing 6 inches tall. And that's going to give the base just a little bit more heft, and it's going to make it look just, really cool, really grand in comparison to like just a standard island. You can kind of see that a lot. You see that 4-inch toe kick, and it's just kind of it doesn't really catch your eye. But when you have a 6-inch toe kick or an 8-inch toe kick, with base milling applied to it, it gives it a really custom, just a very high-end custom look. So what I did here was I put an 8-inch tall platform. I made the platform the exact same width as my cabinet run. So I got my end panels that I factored in. I got my cabinets. And I made this thing, like I said, 6 inches tall. And then from front to back, that's where it's a little different. You just be sure to calculate in the fact that you have your bar back. That's the back of the island that's finished. So go from the very back of the bar back all the way to the front of your finished end panel, what I like to do. Now, technically, you could do this either way. You could actually run it from the back of your bar back to the face of your cabinet case, but I would recommend going from the back of the bar back to the face of the finished end panel, which is usually 5/8 proud, and then subtracting about 1/8 of an inch. So in this case, this is going to be, these are 24-inch base cabinets. I'm at 25 1/4 for the depth. And I'll show you what that looks like with base molding applied to it and why I did it like that. So again, the width is the exact same as your cabinet run with your end panels. The depth is basically from the back to the face of your finished end less 1 inch, or less 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to apply some base molding to it real quick. And we come up with the base molding applied to the base toe kick platform. So take a look at this. This is kind of what it's going to look like. You got your base toe kick platform, and then you got your base molding applied to the face here. Now you obviously miter that on site after your cabinets are installed. And I even added on a little base shoe right here. The shoe is kind of cool. It gives it a little extra molding that kind of ties it into the floor just a little bit better. Now you can use our base shoe, or you can get shoe that matches up with your hardwood flooring. If you want to even make tile shoe, which is kind of cool. So either way, both are acceptable. Okay, so what happens there is the reason I did that 1/8 of an inch step back is so that the top of the base molding, the edge profile and stuff, kind of sits back just beyond the face of this end panel. Having the seam right there just doesn't really look correct in my eyes, and technically you can do it either way. You could technically run it to the face there if you wanted to, the toe kick platform, that is. Okay, so back onto the line of why we band the top edge of that platform. Now when I say the top edge of the platform, I am talking about why do we band the top edge of this guy right here, this piece of plywood. And that is because if you do what I just told you to do, and you open the doors to your two-door base cabinet here, having that top edge being banded is really nice. Sorry, I'm working as fast as I can. Because you're gonna be able to see the top edge right there. At least the top edge of that platform. Now, if I didn't band that, then you're going to have an issue. You're going to be like, well, why is there exposed plywood here? This is terrible. So, in this case, it's not terrible. It's kind of cool. So that's it right there. So that's our 6-inch tall base molding on top of, or 6-inch tall base molding and base toe kick platform. And when it's all said and done, it's going to look like this guy right here. Okay, let's let it render real quick. There we go. So I got some shaker doors. I got a nice 6-inch tall grand base molding going around my island. And again, you can order this thing really whatever height you want. You can even go all the way up to 8 inches tall as far as your base molding is concerned. But I think that looks really cool. You got that nice custom look right there, and it really adds a lot of dimension. Okay, moving on. Last example here. Now this example is more of a utilitarian example of the fact that you're going to order all of your base cabinets without toe kicks. And I've heard a lot of people on forums talking about doing this. There's a lot of heated debate out there about which is better, having the integrated notched toe kick, where basically the side of your cabinet, if you look right here, this is a good example. Normal cabinets will have a notched toe kick in them. That's what our standard is, actually, to use a notched toe kick, and that's great. That's perfect. That's the most typical way of doing it. You attach your cabinets together, then you install them using shims. That's great. Now, another way to do this, another philosophy altogether, is to order your base cabinets at 4 inches less than you normally would. So let's say you were going to order a regular cabinet with 34.5 inches as your height from the floor to the top of the cabinet. In this case, you'd order this sink cabinet right here at 30.5. So subtract 4 inches and then delete the toe kick. That's on our website. And then underneath, what you're going to do before you even assemble your cabinets, in fact, you could actually order this separately, is you're going to order your base platform here. You can order this one right here, and you can order another one right here, and then you're going to order another little guy right there. And you're going to install those base platforms, level them up, construction adhesive down to the ground if you really want to get into it. And then what you can do is when your cabinets come in, you can assemble your cabinets, and then you can install your base cabinets on top of your already leveled, already perfectly adjusted toe kick platform. You can even screw them down into the, you can screw through the top or the bottom, the deck of the cabinet down into the toe kick platform. And that's really cool. The thing I like about the fact that you can do this is that you don't have to level, say, each cabinet as you're installing them. Everybody has different techniques for installing cabinets. This technique is just a little bit more simple because all you have to do is level these big pieces of these big, rigid platforms. And then installing your base cabinets is simple. You just plop them right down on top of that thing, put some shims against the wall to make sure that they're all in a line, and you're good to go. You screw them down and you're done. So, you know, there's that. Or you can use leveling legs, of course, by ordering your base cabinets without those. But leveling legs, to me, can cause issues just down the road. Anything with plastic in them, try to stay away from, because after about 10 years, you start seeing issues with plastic being brittle. So that's pretty much what it is. Base toe kick, base toe platform underneath. There's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3. Now I'm going to delete these cabinets. In fact, let's just do a real quick render here. You can kind of see what we're looking at. Notice it looks almost exactly the same. Now don't forget your toe skin. You're still going to wrap the face of that. And there is a little bit more design challenges in doing this type of stuff because you're going to have to make sure that they're exactly the right size. But I'll show you how simple it is real quick. I'm just moving these cabinets off the wall so I can show you exactly how I... Oh. Don't mean to be taking up your time here. There we go. So what you see here is cabinet 47 is just a big long toe kick platform. Same thing right here, toe platform for number 44. And then number 48 is a freestanding one. There would be a dishwasher here. You don't put a platform underneath the dishwasher, obviously. Looking at it in 3D, pretty much the same right there. This is what it looks like when it's all said and done. So pretty simple. That's pretty much the end of our tutorial. These things get leveled up and install your base cabinets on top of them, and you're good to go. If you have any further questions, feel free to give us an email, and we're always here for you if you need us. Thanks again. Have a great day.